In an effort to deepen its commitment to socially responsible business, the Social Venture Network held the 3rd Annual Innovation Awards. The event recognized the next generation of socially responsible businesses and nonprofits. Awardees are invited into the SVN community and its network of established socially responsible business leaders and investors, and supported with resources to help them succeed.
And today, you're seeing what's possible. You know, these are wonderful Innovation Award winners. We had a privileged 16 of us of judging them.
This year's awardees included Greg Kiesling of Workforce Inc., helping the formerly incarcerated earn a living through an electronic waste recycling program.
Essentially, we're miners, but we also see electronic waste like the buffalo. Everything can be reused. The steel, the plastic, the copper, the aluminum, all of it can go back into our industry, so we have less need to dig and drill. We are 5% of the world's population, yet we utilize 25% of the world's resources. But with 5% of the world's population, we also have 25% of the world's prison population. We incarcerate more people per capita than Russia and China combined. Our men call themselves Recycle Force. They enter our program within 60 days of their prison release, and they work with us, gaining a wide set of skills.
Brent Baker of Tri-State Biodiesel, turning used cooking oil into clean, renewable biodiesel fuel.
Not only was it low-emission fuel, it was coming from the trash, people. And I saw decentralization. I saw not the need to have an oil war. I saw an answer to global warming. And at that moment, I said, give me the recipe, give me every bit of information you have, and I've been pushing it as hard as I can ever since.
Shannon Bose of Earth Cycle Packaging, turning palm fiber into safe, durable, and compostable food packaging.
We make disposable, home compostable packaging, and I brought an example of this is our waste material. This is what is palm fruit grows on. This is a very technical term. It's called an empty fruit bunch. So we now have plantations coming to us saying, we want to do that, and I can say to them, we will work with you, but you have to get this certification first.
Mark Hannes of the Genocide Intervention Network, empowering individuals and communities with tools to prevent and stop genocide.
I'm the grandchild of 4 Holocaust survivors. My grandmother was an orphan when the Nazis took over Austria, and she was able to get refuge in Scotland. And there she met and married another survivor, and they had 3 daughters. The middle one's my mother, who was born and raised in Glasgow. When she was, she's got the great Scottish accent, so I can do all the lines from Bravehearts. Like, every man dies, but no one really lives, and sound just like it. So when I was 18, I came to the United States, and later on heard what was happening in Darfur. And so, like all of you, I refused to be a bystander to injustice. So the question that I asked wasn't, should I do something or should I not? It was simpler, it was, what can I do? So we spent months to a year doing research into how could we come up with the most strategic, high-impact, results-oriented strategy to help abolish genocide.
Sam Goldman and Ned Tozen of D-Light Design, bringing safe and affordable lighting to the developing world through solar-powered lamps.
The families there were making on average about $12 or 600 rupees a month. These families got our lights. They were able to extend another couple of hours of their night, which enabled them to do a lot more productive work. And what we found is they're able to make more banana plates, diversify their income base, and they've also saved a lot of money, sometimes up to 25 to 50% of their income, from not spending it on kerosene. The net result over the last 4 months that we've been able to observe in that village is almost a doubling of income. Also, all the students are studying now, whereas before they didn't study at night.
And with honorable mention, Joseph James of the Corporation for Economic Opportunity, assisting rural African American communities in the South reach their full economic potential.
And I was just appalled at the serious chronic poverty in the rural parts of that state. Third world poverty. third world indicators of distress, illness, infant mortality. And yet these rural communities, and as an economic developer, you're trained to take a look and see what the assets are of a particular community or place you're working in. And these poor communities had agriculture and they had forestry. So our belief was you had to figure out a way of adding value and creating jobs out of that stuff.
And Ben Powell of Agora Partnerships, giving entrepreneurs in developing countries the tools and financing to sustain their socially responsible businesses.
Business, no matter how small, can make a really big difference in a community. And I had an epiphany one day when I was talking to some of our staff and learning about some of how their lives had been changed by the business, and just thinking about what we were doing with the business. And I realized that I was making a bigger difference in the world with my miniature golf course than I was at my day job, which was working at the White House budget office. It's about taking the passion and the collaboration and the empathy and the love that I've experienced, in this conference, and the business acumen, and exporting that to markets that are not efficient, that are very difficult. But I know we're going to work really hard to do it, and it just is a great honor to have this kind of community behind us as we try to do that. Thank you.
I've seen some amazing things, some amazing initiatives, amazing ideas, but this is game-changing stuff. I've never seen anything like this.
What Larry Leon just said, I think part of the reason there was no questions after that is that we all were just so awestruck by the work that you're all doing. And it's such a privilege to be able to work on this program and to be able to bring all these people into the SVN community. We're going to be publicizing them for the next year on our website and just really getting them out there to make sure that we integrate them into the community, but that also we're helping, in whatever way they need help.
These are models and solutions that are actually working. We just need to shine a light on them, take them to scale, and support them in expanding their ideas.